All right, what's up, everybody? Willis here. We're back again with another Throne and Liberty video. Oh god, interesting video for you guys today. We've got some crazy game-breaking glitches which have been found out, unfortunately, as well as a little news update on NCSoft, as well as a little update regarding the 2-star dungeons, and I guess some more clarification on that and how it's going to work, and I guess when they're coming out, as well as a quick look at some of the loot drops. But yeah, thank you guys for all the support. As always, on the videos, if you're not aware, we are currently running a Max Lucent giveaway. Like the video, leave a comment, and make sure you're subscribed with bell notifications turned on. We will be picking the winner towards the end of this week in my Discord, so make sure you're in the Discord. And yeah, let's jump into it. All right, so I just want to start off quick with a crazy game-breaking glitch. Now, I just want to let you guys know, old me would have posted this glitch without a shadow of a doubt. But listen, I don't do that stuff anymore. So basically, I want to let Throne and Liberty know that there is a game-breaking glitch currently, which will basically allow you to get in the castle walls and basically get all the way to the back without even having to fight your way through. And obviously, this is going to be exploited because if you can get one person back there, you put up a guild summon, it's GG. You've just backdoored the entire castle siege. So this was actually posted on Reddit like 27 minutes ago and it got deleted immediately. I think only maybe 4 people saw it. So it's pretty nuts considering it's even in the game. Obviously, don't use stuff like this because I'm pretty sure it's going to be against TOS if you're found out to be glitching behind the walls in the castle siege. As well, there's actually another glitch which someone who watches my videos actually reached out about. The bug is basically you can get onto Saradoma Island via a back entrance. It's pretty nuts. He showed me the video, and what it basically does is you can get onto the island at nighttime without having to go through the docks. Why is this a big deal? On a lot of the Zerg servers, they really like to lock down this one point by here. And this is the only point you can get to on the island when it's nighttime. But the glitch he showed me allows you to basically bypass this one entrance and sneak onto the island. And considering the island is absolutely massive, yeah, it's pretty broken. And obviously it should not be in the game. Once again, don't do stuff like this. I'm pretty sure that method is out there somewhere. I'm obviously not going to explain it in my video. But yes, there is currently a way to get on Saradoma Island without having to go through the docks. You can make a green carrot with orange leaves, but not the reverse. All right, Amazon, I'm going to need some explanation here. Why can we not make a carrot? I know it's very weird thing. Why can we make the carrot green and the leaves orange and not the actual... Anyway, fix it. All right, now I wanted to talk a bit about how obtaining epic armor is about to become a lot easier in Throne and Liberty. Now, this is going to be talking a bit about the new 2-star dungeons, which we will be receiving towards the end of this month. An announcement on that has yet to be made public, but I'm assuming it's going to be very soon. Now, I want to make this clear as well. There has been some confusion talking a bit about Tier 1 and Tier 2 dungeons, and I was kind of confused myself, but obviously when people explained it to me, more people who actually played on the Korean servers and how it works, I sort of have a bit more understanding on how it works, and I can actually not just spew false info to you guys. So, currently, Korea has, obviously, the Tier 1 dungeons, which we have. They have the Tier 2, or they call it the 2-star, and they also have, I guess, 3-star dungeons, or Tier 3, if you want to call it that. Now, there's been a lot of confusion that we will get, the new, Tier 2 gear in the Tier 2 dungeons, and I don't know if that's the case, but from my knowledge is we won't receive Tier 2 gear until we receive the Tier 3 dungeons, which kind of doesn't make sense, but that's how it works. So let's just go off what they're basically explaining it. So before explaining myself, I want to make it clear that we are assuming that everything will work entirely or mostly the same as the Korean servers. This is likely, but not guaranteed. Yes, which is why I'm confused as well. They could even put the next upgraded gear in the Tier 2 dungeons, which is why I'm just okay. So if this assumption is indeed well-founded, this is how it will work. Tier 2 dungeons, which is these new dungeons, will eventually have a chance to drop Epic 2 equipment and a new rarity of equipment that is even more powerful than current Epic gear. However, we are not expecting these items to appear until the first expansion is added to the game sometime next year. So, to begin with, we will be getting the tier 2 dungeons without any Epic 2 equipment. So, obviously, what's the big deal? What's the point then? Well, the tier 2 dungeons will also allow you to obtain the epic armor sets currently only available from the world bosses and apparently the arch bosses and public dungeons until Epic 2 gear comes out. This will be the only purple armor that drops from these dungeons. Each dungeon will drop epic armor for a specific item slot. So the Island of Terror will give chests, the Void Wastes will give you gloves, the Valley of Slaughter will give you headgear, the Carmine Rage Island will give you boots, and the Torture Chamber of Screams will give you legs. And I don't know if this is structured in a way where they have specifically made it so finally we won't have certain, I guess, healers and tanks queuing into certain ones because they don't need a piece of gear. This will make it so everybody will eventually have to do at least one of these dungeons to get the piece of armor that they need. And I think this is a really good change. And once again, I don't know if this was already a thing on the Korean servers, but this is huge. Because we had this problem in tier 1 where basically people would only queue certain dungeons because they needed certain pieces of gear. Like, okay, healers wouldn't queue this dungeon because guess what? There's no healer gear dropping from this dungeon, so nobody wants to do it. But separating, obviously, each gear slots into the different dungeons is actually massive. If you have bad luck with your drops, you will also be able to save up dimensional soul shards by completing the dungeon. You'll get 4 shards each time you open the chest at the end of the dungeon, similar to the system we have now. And when you have 30 shards, they can be spent the senior sundries vendor in Stone God Castle to craft new containers. When opened, these containers allow you to claim any epic piece of your choice from the associated dungeon. I'll go over into what drops in certain dungeons in a sec, but yeah, here we go. So the Island of Terror drops seems to drop the Ascended Guardian Raiment, the Phantom Wolf Tunic, and the Plate of the Field General, with also the Shadow Harvester Tunic. Once again, you need to get 30 of these soul shards to open these chests, and you'll need to do roughly 8 runs of the dungeon to get this selection chest. The next chest we have is from the Void Waves. You get the Ascended Guardian Gloves, the Gauntlets of the Field General, the Phantom Wolf Gloves, and the Shadow Harvester Grips. Then the Valley of Slaughter, you get the Ascended Guardian Hood, the Helm of the Field General, the Phantom Wolf Mask, the Shadow Harvester Mask, which is huge. And then from the Carmine Rage Island, you get the Ascended Guardian Shoes, the Phantom Wolf Boots, the Sabatons of the Field General, and the Shadow Harvester Boots. And then finishing up in the Torture Chamber of Screams, you get the Ascended Guardian Pants, the Greaves of the Field General, the Phantom Wolf Breeches, and the only item I need is the Shadow Harvester Trousers. So I know which dungeon I'm going to be running. It's the Torture Chamber of Screams. And after Epic 2 gear is added, there will also be containers that allow you to either get an Epic 2 item from a dungeon or a cloak or jewelry piece. These containers will instead cost 80 shards, but we don't know yet which will happen, obviously. So this is likely going to happen in Q1 or Q2 of 2025. So yeah, we won't be seeing Epic 2 gear for a while. As well, if you have any of these items currently, I would recommend selling them immediately. Because guess what? When people are actually just going to be able to get these from running dungeons, the prices, guess what? They're going to drop like crazy. So, probably one of the most sought after pieces, at least for a lot of range classes, is the Shadow Harvester Trousers. Yeah, even like the smallest extract on this sells for like 4,000 lucent, as well as stuff like the Shadow Harvester Mask selling for like 6,000. So yeah, all of these like pieces of gear people really need. And guess what? The reason they're so expensive is, guess what? They come from the world bosses. And yeah, not a lot of like guilds are able to secure that loot just because there's a lot of guilds who just aren't, I guess, top of the server, and it's just the way it works. Only the top players seem to be getting the best loot. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Once again, if you did, be sure to support the video with a like, leave a comment, and make sure to subscribe, and you'll be entered into my max lucent giveaway. Winners are always announced over in my Discord, so come and join the Discord. As well, we will be streaming every single Sunday over on Twitch. Hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace, guys.